How you doing, everyone? Welcome back. You may have met Eva before. She made an appearance in a previous video some time back. She's a little bit camera shy, so I'm going to let her down. Actually, most of the cats are kind of camera shy. So, what are we talking about today? Humility. Humility. Why are we talking about humility? Well, if you know the situation about what happened with Donald Trump at Arlington National Cemetery, there was an altercation that took place between his people and cemetery staff. Arlington National Cemetery. Arlington. Hallowed grounds. That is, I don't like to use the term holy ground, but that's as close to American holy ground as you can get. That is sacred. That is hallowed. You know, you're very limited as to who can be buried there, what the criteria that you have to meet, and for that place to be disrespected the way it was, there's no excuse for it. But I'm not here to talk about how disrespectful Donald Trump and his people were to Arlington Cemetery. No. I'm here to tell you how he's the most humble person that there's ever been. You know, he'll even tell you so. Right. Because a humble person would tell you. Actually, he would never tell you that he's humble. But if he were to tell you, he would say he's the most humble, of course. What we're actually getting at here, though, is the guy has no humility, does he? He can never admit that he's wrong about anything. He can never admit a mistake. I hate to tell you, but every single one of us makes a mistake. We're all wrong about something, at least at some point in our lives. None of us are perfect. Not one. Not a single one of us. So, what could he do? You know, because obviously people are not happy about the Arlington thing, right? What could he do, and what could he have done all along, right? Because Donald Trump is not a popular person. Not at all. I mean, he lost the popular vote in 2016, barely won the Electoral College. He lost in 2020. He is losing this time around. And all he would ever have to do to gain some popularity, except among his own hardcore base, show a little humility. Let's take the Arlington thing, for example. All right? Let's just pretend that all of the rest of his nonsense before never happened. Let's just pretend none of it happened. Okay? Arlington is a one-off thing, and this happens, and he comes out and he says, look, we made a mistake. This is not the type of campaign that I want to run. And I would like to apologize for the behavior of myself and my staff at that event. The American people are largely very forgiving. Largely, for the most part. All right, so again, put this Arlington thing as a one-off, right? All the rest of his history, put it aside. It didn't happen. if he were to admit fault, accept responsibility, most people would give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, am I going to give him the benefit of the doubt? No, not at all, because to me there is no doubt for him to get the benefit of. And why is there no doubt? Because, well, everything that happened before that. So, using just that one incident in isolation by itself, that's all he had to do, right? Hey, look, this was a mistake. We were wrong. And people would accept that and move forward. And, the same thing could have happened with, let's just take the losers and suckers thing, right? Or what was in it for them. All right, maybe that's a bad example because there's no actual footage of him saying that. Let's go back to the John McCain thing in 2016. He wasn't a hero. Okay, he was a hero because he got captured. I like people who weren't captured. Now, if he would have come out and explained that, look, these are my issues with John McCain, and I let my personal feelings of him get in the way of showing respect for his service, show a little humility, and accept that what he said was completely out of line. People might not still be holding that against him. But add everything else up, right? The McCain comments. I've always wanted a Purple Heart. The losers and suckers. What was in it for them? Gassing protesters. All of that, right? January 6th. All of that. And he gets no benefit of any doubt. And especially when you add, the criminal charges that were brought against him, stealing classified documents. And the classified documents, let's put that thing by itself. Okay, yes, I have these. I shouldn't have them. You're right. Here they are. He never gets charged for that. That indictment never happens. But he digs in. He says, well, I'm allowed to have it. Well, I was the president. I can do whatever I want. The guy has absolutely no humility. None. If he did, maybe he'd be popular. Maybe he would have a chance of winning. Maybe he would have won in 2020. Maybe he would have, assuming that he lost in 2020, maybe he would have a chance of winning this election. Little humility goes a long way. Of course, we'll never see it out of him. And that's why he should never be anywhere near that Oval Office again. I'll see you next time.